What's good, everybody? Back to another episode of Keys to the Game. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about how not to lose your cool on the court. Now, in this episode, man, I got to talk about a situation that just recently happened. I just did an interview with my old teammate. He just recently had to depart from the team, and it's been very difficult situation to kind of accept and continue going on with, because we are in the playoffs. And I just got to bring this key factor up for athletes coming into the game to understand that you must learn emotional intelligence. Now, I had a conversation with my teammate for context of what just happened. He had to leave the team because he basically lost his cool. He let one situation happen, it triggered to another situation, he took it too far, and now he had to separate from the team. He literally took his flight today. He almost missed his flight because he thought it was tomorrow, but luckily he found out it was today and he made his flight. But he shouldn't have been leaving, because I feel really he doesn't have the emotional intelligence of what he did, the consequences of his actions on what he did, not only for his career, but for future endeavors. But honestly, I could say he understood I made a mistake. He chopped it up with the people that he needed to talk to. He apologized to the organization, and I understand, because it takes a real man to say I mess up and go back and try to fix it and try to make right, than to act like nothing happened and understand that you are at no fault. That's why I highly commend him for stepping up and saying, hey, as a man, I may have crossed the line here, or as a man, I may have crossed the line here. And just as what's right to do to another person when you've done wrong to them is to step to them and appreciate or let them know that, hey, I was wrong. I made a mistake, and I'm going to check myself, and I'm going to come and apologize for the situations that I was wrong. And that's why I'm speaking on just the emotional intelligence, that you can't lose your cool in certain situations. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I don't understand what it is about, especially us black imports, or just players or individuals or humans, regardless. My culture, for some reason, they're just so quick to anger. We're so quick to anger in certain situations when we're going to other cultures and other teams and different places. Hey, we're not from there. We get mistreated in our own country so much. So why would we let somebody else in another country bother us? It's not even going to be as worse as it is in our own country. Like, everybody in the world is talking about the way, the last couple of years with all the killings of the black people in America and all this types of situation. Needless to say, we don't really get treated well there. So we should have that mental toughness and that tough skin to know when we go out of the country, then look how they're perceiving us at all times. This is how they see us people: angry, people that you don't really have to respect. So when you go out into these situations, don't let that affect your mind to where you're messing up a job opportunity, where you're walking out on your teammates, where you're walking out on the organization. Like, he walked out on the club and he walked out on the team. And the next episode that's coming out, because I always got to get an episode with every single player and get their perspective on whatever happens in the season. And that episode's coming out next Friday, this Friday after this video comes out. But he understood that he made a mistake, but the whole concept of that video is just talking about basically controlling your emotions. You have to learn how to control your emotions, because it can be detrimental to your situation in a whole. Pardon me. But think about how he had everything going right. And if you're chiming into this one, bro, I'm talking to you. We had everything going right. You had everything going right. The coach was rocking with you. We had a great new coach. We had a great situation. He was telling you to be more controlling of the game, take more control, and you let that get to you because you did not check your emotions and figure out your outlets to your emotions, which had ultimately dire consequences. Like dire consequences to where now you have to go through a situation with these teams to fight for your money. Because I'm not going to go into all of it in this segment, but it's the trickle down effect of things that's going to happen. I have an exclusive interview with him as we're talking about his situation. I'll have the link in the bio down low. So if you want to watch these type of exclusive content that I put out with these players and situations, because all this happens in a normal day life. But I can't put everything out here for everyone. If you want to get that exclusive content and listen and see exactly what really goes on in these type of conversations, because the conversations that need to be had and that are not being had, you need to understand what you're getting yourself into, because that emotional interaction that he could not control is leading to him having to fight to get his money now. Now you got to go to cases. Now you got to put yourself in a position like, am I going to really go down this path of trying to sue a team? It's that deep, but I explained all that. We have our own little personal talk, always the behind the scenes. Like, if you guys want to check out that type of information and get more, I can get more real and more in deep and with the guys that I'm around, so you can understand the whole concept of what really goes on, because I can only show you so much here. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll have that link in the bio of where you can find all these exclusive content. So it just goes to show about how you control yourself. Hey, pick up a book on emotional I lost track word. But you want to get emotional intelligence. Your emotional intelligence. You want to pick up a book. Books have the answers to almost everything. And to get information is to unlock different accesses of our mind, of our body, of our soul, and everything to lead us further. It's more than just a basketball game. It's a mind game. It's a mental game. It's a life game. Books are little keys and nuggets that help us direct in the path, and they give us guidance. Pick up a book on emotional intelligence. It will help you so much in your basketball career. Do not sleep on that. Do not act as if I don't need to have my emotions in check, because emotions be the number one thing that causes you to lose a job and never get a job again and put you in bad situations. So that's all I got for you guys in this episode of Keys to the Game. Make sure you guys if you are listening on Apple or whatever your listening device, please leave me a rating, a 5-star rating, and just leave me a comment. Tell me what I'm doing. And if anybody out there wants to play this game and wants to just get better and understand how you can navigate, send them this message, Keys to the Game. It's all little keys to help us manage and have a successful overseas life. Remember, greatness is a habit, not a right. Till next time. What's up, guys? I just dropped my new ebook, 6 must-have steps to be an overseas basketball player. I've been playing for the last 9 years. I got all the steps and the traits that you need to start your journey with networking, with getting a mentor, all the things that you need to start your journey to be a protege. So go get that ebook, click the link in the bio, and make sure you get your steps to being that overseas pro one day. Let's go. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.